human soul. Um, it's basically soul issue is a little bit a long subject, but anyway, we have to get it in detail. Um, we mentioned before when when we talked about Adam and Eva story in the Quran, how Adam and Eva ate from the tree and get a sin or do sin, and that's when the soul command evil. We called it as no plumbing soul, no plumbing soul. Yes, and when when the soul regrets and repent itself, it's reproaching soul. And when Adam and Eva get a guide from Allah and um, know how the Satan will deceive them in the future, and then they got the reassured soul. So three types of soul we have here. The first one, ever plumbing soul. That's command evil. The second one, self-reproaching soul. That's apologized and regret. That the third one, reassured soul. It's when the soul repent and repent and repent, and then when the soul get angel inspiration, and then we called it as reassured soul. And the first one, Allah said in the Surah to Yusuf, and Surah to Yusuf chapter 12 verse 53, Allah said, and I do not declare myself free. I hear Allah said about the king wife, the king named Al-Aziz. King wife, in brief, king wife asked Yusuf or Joseph to do adultery with her, but Joseph or Yusuf fled and refused what she asked, and fled from here. And then she talked to her husband and said that Yusuf or Joseph wants to get adultery with her, and said opposite what the truth is. So Allah said, after the truth is disappear, after the truth is disappearing, Allah said, and I don't declare myself free from the sin. Most surely man self is will not to command him to do evil, except means every soul will command evil, except such as my Lord, Lord has had mercy on, etc. Except the soul which get an angel inspiration from Allah. Yes, that. Otherwise, all the soul will be overplumbing soul, or sorry, ever plumbing soul. Yes. Um, when your soul flayed to Satan, your soul will be enticed, flattered to whatever Satan say. We can call it as illusion attract. Yes. And your heart will follow her desire. You ask me, what her desire here? Envy, scarcity, pride and arrogance, high rank and authority, maybe adultery. Yes. Um, Soul attribution. This soul, or this kind of the soul, stay alone. Stay alone with Satan without any Allah protection. Um, Never seek anything regarding hereafter. We can we can call it as careless, neglect, um, doing all things without any limitation, selfish, following dirty, couldn't see deeply. Why couldn't see deeply? Because she, yeah, this soul want to get everything, and if you get here, or if you give here, if you will give here £50, yes, it's okay. £100, yes, it's okay. £150, yes, it's okay. £200, yes, it's okay. We need 200, we need 300, we need 400, we need 500. There is no limitation to this soul. Anything this soul can get, yes, it's okay. She will get. She will do the best to get it. Yes. Selfish, following dirty, could see deeply, no, not serious, not firm enough. The most important attribute, the most important quality is that it deceives your heart during the tribulation, or tribulation, yes. Tribulation likewise dying, disease, fear, what's happened. So um, your soul will deceive your heart. Why? Because the place of the instruction and knowledge is in your heart. It doesn't placed or exist in your soul. Yes, your soul will just follow desire. It's not the place to get knowledge or to get instruction. So when there is no desire, now there is tribulation. No desire. We couldn't get desire now. What's happened? So required in this moment. It's required from the heart to drive the ship, to drive the car, to drive the airplane. But it will happen. It will not happen. So why? Because he couldn't drive. As we mentioned before, he died. He died before. Yes, that's why. Um, The second one, yes, we will talk about this one, and then reassured soul, and then come back to self-reproaching soul. Allah said in the Surah Al-Fajr, chapter 89, verse 27, Allah said, O reassured soul, return unto the Allah, content in His good pleasure, enter thou among my bondmen, and enter my paradise. Yes, Allahumma ja'alna minhum. We ask Allah to make us among them. Allahumma ameen. What's happened here? In this soul, when your soul fled to Allah, your soul will follow whatever angel inspire your heart. Angel will inspire your heart, and then your soul will follow whatever the angel inspired or inspiration. Angel inspiration, likewise, dependence, trust in Allah, hopeful, goodwill, and careful. Yes, all this instruction and knowledge, an angel will inspire in your heart if you fled to Allah and get His revelation as the external source. Attribution. The first one, stay alone with Satan. This one, inspired by angel. Never forget hereafter, because this soul is careful. Advise other, selflessness, not selfish. Analyzed correct and deeply. It's stand now. It's very important thing. It's very important quality. It stay firmly with your heart during the tribulation. Stay firmly. Stand up for him. Support him. Why? Because your soul and your heart became as the one. They are no two no two things or something like that. No. It's one, because your soul follow your heart as he mentioned, as the heart mentioned. Yes. The third one. Now we talk about self-reproaching soul. Allah said in the Surah Qaf, chapter 75, verse 2, and I swear by the reproaching soul. Reproaching soul. It will claim itself. Example: if you do sin, what's happened as your father Adam and Eva do or did sin before, and then they asked Allah. They said, Allah, we do sin and we ask you for forgiveness. Yes. So when you ask yourself, why I do this sin, why I do sin, that's reproaching soul. But but sometimes you do charity, you do good. What's happened? Charity to your neighbor. give a money for to your to your neighbor, and then your soul will reflect and think and say, he doesn't need this money. Why I give him those money? Sometimes this soul claim you if you do a good things also for us. Okay, uh, now how could we reach each one? Um, Firstly, you have to know that it's not necessary that the person who's speaking you or who's speaking to you has already reached the high stage of types of the soul. Who's speaking to you just repeated what Allah said, because reaching is not easy way. It's not words you can read or write. Uh, to be frank, I'm not talking about basic belief or basic Islam. No, I just talked about the high level of the types of soul. It needs knowledge and angel inspiration. I'm not saying that modesty. It's not because I'm modest. No, 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 no. It's reality. That's not modesty, but reality. Um, Now, to get reassured soul, three. Number one, ask Allah to support you. Number two, get Allah revelation as an external source who guide you and learn you what do you want, what do you have to know, and how do you do. Three, heart and soul will get angel inspiration. The question is, what do you have to know? Relation between instinct and faith. How the right faith will come after instinct. It's completed. Relation between faith and inattention. How you have or how you must to stay away from other Allah willing or other Allah willing. Completed. Relation between heart and soul. How soul must follow the heart, rational, to get angel or angel inspiration. It's almost completed. Relation between heart and mind. It will be completed later. Eternal enmity and friendly in this life. Eternal enmity with the Satan, devil, and eternal friendly with the angel in this life. Completed. Soul types and soul's attribution. Completed. Now the question is, how do you do? Three questions have the one answer. The first one, how must soul follow the heart rational to get angel inspiration? The second one, how could the heart make soul follow him to reach reassured soul? The third one, how could the revelation make the soul? Notice here, how could the revelation make the soul follow the heart reality to get high level or angel inspiration. First, your heart must count your soul, counting. Second, B, your soul must flee to Allah, fleeing. 3 or C, your soul must go straight on Allah's path. Straight, yes. We will talk in detail, discuss in detail, describe in detail those 3 items. Number 1, how could your heart count your soul? We have to identify the reckoning or accounting. First, reckoning means that your heart will stop the soul and ask her about her desire. But the condition is, notice here, that the heart has knowledge to correct here. How the heart will stop the soul and ask here and correct here if the heart doesn't have any instruction or knowledge. He couldn't correct here. By other words, ask what and why and give a punish if necessary. Allah said in the Quran in the Surah to An-Nazi'at, chapter 79, verse 40, however, those who had feared the Lord Allah and restrained their soul from acting according to its desire. Listen here. Restrained, yes. Restrained their soul from acting according to his desire. This counting and reckoning. In the hadith في جامع الترمذي Shaddad ibn Aus, may Allah be pleased with him, reported that Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessing be upon him, said, a wise man, listen, there is here a wise man and a foolish man. A wise man is the one who calls himself to account and refrains from doing evil deeds and does noble deeds to benefit him after death. And the foolish man person is one who subdues himself to his temptation and desire, means follow his desire, yes, and seek from Allah the fulfillment of his vain desires. Example, you have a partner in your company. You have to account him or to count him to advise him or prevent him when you expect his deception. Otherwise, both of you, what will happen? Both of you will lose the company, lose the money. Okay, as do your soul and heart, both are partners to get not money but paradise. Allah said, Allah has إن الله اشترى من المؤمنين أموالهم وأنفسهم بأن لهم الجنة. Allah has purchased from the believers their lives and their properties, for they will have paradise. Now, how could the heart count the soul? First, heart required soul to preserve 7 organs, which are tongue, hand, leg, eye, ear, private parts. Is there any evidence in the Quran that said heart must account or required soul to preserve 7 organs? Yes. Allah said in the Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 36, Allah said, O man, follow not the that whereof thou hast no knowledge. The hearing and the sight, yes, the evidence here. The hearing and the sight and the heart of each of these, it will be asked. Allah said in the Surah Isra, chapter 17, verse 37, and don't walk upon the earth exultantly. Indeed, you will never tear the earth, and you will never reach the mountains in height. Means this about your leg. You have to be modest, not arrogant, not pride. Yes, Allah said in the Surah to Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 53, Allah said, say to my servants that they should only say those things that are best. That's about your tongue. For Satan, so yes, dissension among them, for Satan is to man and avowed enemy. Allah said in the Surah to An-Nur, chapter 24, verse 13, tell the believers, to lower their gaze. To lower their gaze means your eye. To keep your eye from that's not good for the woman in the street. And to be modest means to keep your private parts from adultery. تحفظها أن تحفظها من الزنا. Keep your private parts from adultery. There is a poorer for them, though Allah is aware of what they do. Number 2. Heart. Watch the meditation of the reflection between soul and mind. Analyze program under the pure heart supervision. 3. Heart allows just the soul to choose good reflection, to analyze and build. Means allow not bad reflection. Allow not bad reflections to convert to determinations. But, number 4, if the heart notice that the soul tends to bad reflection, what's happened so? Yes, then he will remember it, what Allah doing for here before. Remember it, how Allah protect here before, and so on. What is waiting here in the future? If she did bad or good, until coming good reflections to here, admitting Allah favor. Allah said in the Surah to Ali Imran, chapter 3, verse 200. Allah said, you have believed, preserved and endure and remain stationed, and fear Allah that you may be successful. Yes, and that's mean you must to have patience and resistance, and then endurance, and after the all remain you be stationed on those you will protect from your enemy.